June 6 in Salem promises to be a day of simmering tensions, shocking revelations, and bittersweet moments as our favorite characters are forced to navigate heartbreak, hope, and the ghosts of the past. Let's break down what's set to unfold in this emotionally charged episode. The day in Salem begins with a charged undercurrent, an electric mix of curiosity and unease, as Stephanie's latest manuscript makes its way from hand to hand, stirring whispers in every corner of town. For weeks, she's labored over each line, each pause and exclamation, pouring her grief, her hopes, and her memories of the town into the pages. Her words are a reflection of the pain and healing she's watched ripple through Salem in the wake of John Black's tragic passing and Bo Brady's miraculous return. Now, as her family and friends read her draft, the air seems to thrum with possibility. Some find themselves moved to tears by the raw truth she's captured, the gentle way she's honored John's memory while also daring to let hope flicker for those who remain. Others, though, feel a cold shiver of unease creep up their spines, sensing the ways in which old wounds are carefully unwrapped, exposed to the light once more. Whispers swirl like leaves caught in a sudden gust, some praising Stephanie's courage, others fearing she's gone too far, peeled back too many layers of old scars. Is this story a balm for the soul of Salem, a testament to the strength that can grow from shared grief? Or is it a match set to the fragile peace that's only just begun to settle over the town? For Stephanie, this moment is everything. She stands at the edge of an emotional precipice, bracing herself for the weight of every reaction, every tremor of pain or comfort her words might cause. She wants nothing more than to honor the lives that have been lost and the hearts that have been broken, but she knows that in a place like Salem, even the gentlest truth can be a double-edged sword. Meanwhile, in the hushed, sterile confines of the hospital, Kate Roberts Brady sits at her son's bedside, her world narrowed to the quiet beep of the heart monitor and the soft, rhythmic rise and fall of Philip's chest. Every breath he takes is a silent prayer answered, but each second he remains unconscious feels like a lifetime of agony for Kate. Her fingers trace idle patterns along the edge of his hospital blanket, small gestures of comfort in a world that feels cold and indifferent. Her thoughts are a jumbled reel of memories, Philip's laughter as a child, the fierce way he's always protected the people he loves, and the countless times they've fought, only to find their way back to each other again. She leans in close, her voice barely more than a breath as she pleads for him to wake. Her words are a tangled litany of apologies and promises, confessions whispered only to him. I'm here, Philip. I've always been here. Come back to me, my son. I need you, more than I've ever needed anything. For viewers, this moment is a piercing window into the soul of a mother who will never stop fighting for the child she loves. Kate's quiet desperation is a testament to the unbreakable bond between them, a bond that has weathered betrayal, heartbreak, and every storm that life could throw their way. Her whispered pleas are the echo of every parent's deepest fear and fiercest hope, captured in a single, fragile moment. Elsewhere in the hospital, the air is filled not with dread, but with the soft, trembling promise of new life. Amy, Sophia, and Tate walk the sterile halls together, their voices hushed, their laughter gentle but edged with nerves. For Sophia, each step is a reminder of the journey she's about to take, a journey that will end with the first cries of a child she's already come to love with her whole heart. Tate's hand clasps hers, his thumb brushing soothing circles against her knuckles. His mind is a swirl of conflicting emotions, grief for John's death that still feels fresh and jagged, and the trembling excitement of knowing he's about to become a father. The weight of those two truths makes his chest ache, but he clings to the feel of Sophia's hand in his, grounding himself in the promise of the future they're building. Sophia's eyes are wide with both fear and hope as she looks around the hospital. She imagines the soft cries of newborns, the warmth of a tiny body pressed to her chest, and for the first time in weeks, she lets herself believe that maybe, just maybe, this new chapter will be one of light, not shadow. Amy, ever the quiet strength beside them, senses the swirl of emotions in her friends. Her presence is a calm, steadying force, a reminder that even in a place haunted by pain, there can still be hope, still be laughter, still be the gentle warmth of a family ready to grow. For viewers, this walk through the hospital is a small, precious moment of calm and courage, a quiet pause before the chaos of new beginnings. It's a testament to the enduring truth of Salem, that no matter how many times the world feels like it's ending, life always finds a way to begin again. Back in the warm but fragile cocoon of the Brady family, Carrie Brady Reed has become the quiet, steady heartbeat that keeps her mother from slipping away completely. Marlena, shattered by the weight of John's death, seems to drift through the world like a ghost of the woman she once was, her eyes distant, her words swallowed by the ache in her chest. Carrie sees the way Marlena sits in silence, her shoulders bowed under the invisible weight of memories that refuse to let her breathe. She watches her mother's hands, once so graceful and sure, now shaking as they clutch a teacup she barely tastes. The house feels colder, the shadows longer, as if a light went out the moment John took his last breath. But Carrie refuses to let that be the end of the story. She brings her mother small comforts, a warm mug of tea in the morning, a soft blanket tucked around her shoulders in the quiet hours of night. She sits close enough for Marlena to feel the warmth of her presence, even if the words they speak are few and halting. Carrie tells her stories of brighter days, the laughter of family dinners long past, the sound of John's gentle voice, the way his hand would curl around Marlena's in the darkness and banish every fear. She paints these memories in soft, vivid strokes, hoping that each one might remind her mother of the strength she's always carried inside. In every gentle word, in every patient silence, there is a fierce, unyielding love. Carrie's determination is like a beacon in the darkness, a promise that Marlena will not be left to face this endless night alone. She knows there are no shortcuts through grief, no easy path back to the light. But she also knows that love can be enough to keep a soul from breaking entirely. And so, even as Marlena curls in on herself, lost in a world of sorrow and echoes, Carrie stays beside her. She is the quiet anchor, the steadying hand that refuses to let her mother be lost to the shadows forever. But elsewhere in Salem, grief takes on a different shape, sharp and raw and impossible to contain. Jennifer Horton Devereaux, still reeling from the sight of Chad and Kat's growing closeness, feels her heartbreak harden into a fury that demands to be heard. When the news reaches her that Chad has reached out to Kat yet again, has dared to open the door to a woman who once wore Abigail's face, Jennifer feels the last thread of her composure snap. Her voice trembles as she confronts Chad, but there is no weakness in her words. Each one is a blade honed by years of loss and betrayal, slicing through the fragile peace that Chad had hoped to build. For Jennifer, this isn't about a fleeting romance or the whisper of a new beginning. It's about Abigail, her daughter, her heart, her light, whose memory should have been sacred, untouchable. To see Chad's tenderness for Kat feels like a betrayal of everything that Abigail was. Every look he gives Kat is a reminder that the world keeps spinning, even as she clings to the memory of a daughter whose laughter she'll never hear again. Jack is there, his hands gentle on her shoulders, his voice a soothing murmur meant to calm the storm. But Jennifer is beyond comfort. Her fury is the armor she wears to keep from crumbling completely. She can't let go of her anger, can't let go of the feeling that in forgiving Kat, Chad is erasing a piece of Abigail from the world. Chad stands before her, silent and stricken, his eyes pleading for understanding he knows he doesn't deserve. But there are no words that can mend this rift. No apology that can wash away the pain of watching someone you love reach out to the woman who once stole your daughter's face. In that moment, the heartbreak in Salem isn't quiet or gentle. It is loud, unflinching, a testament to the ways grief can twist love into something that burns instead of soothes. June 6 in Salem will be a day where every breath feels like a battle, and every smile is a fragile act of defiance against the darkness. Stephanie's haunting draft will be the catalyst that forces the town to face the truths they've buried for too long, each word a mirror, reflecting back the grief and the hope that have always walked hand in hand here. In the quiet of the hospital, Kate's whispered prayers for Philip will echo in every heart that has ever loved and lost. Amy, Sophia, and Tate's small, hopeful steps through those hospital halls will be a reminder that even in a place of so much pain, life finds a way to bloom. And in the heart of the Brady family, Carrie's quiet strength will be a lifeline, a promise that even the deepest grief can be survived with the steadfast love of a daughter's hand in yours. Jennifer's fury, raw and unyielding, will stand as a testament to the truth that forgiveness is never simple, and that sometimes, the ghosts we carry are too heavy to lay down. So stay with us, because in days of our lives, even the softest whispers can change everything. Like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments what part of this day leaves your heart aching the most. Because in Salem, no one faces the storm alone, and every tear shed is a promise that tomorrow still holds the chance for hope.